Hi, my name's Walter. I work at Rejuvenation in accounting, and on the weekends I love to work on my 82-year-old house. I'm here today to talk to you about how we can install an interior door set on a pre-bored door. Pre-bored doors are doors with a 2 1/8 inch diameter hole pre-drilled or prepped to receive modern door hardware. Most of our door sets will work on pre-bored doors. Today we'll be installing the Putnam door set. Before we get started, let's make sure we have everything we need. We're going to need a tube latch, strike plates, door plates, 2 knobs, 2 centering guides, a spindle, installation instructions, and an owner's guide. Most of our door sets will work on pre-bored doors, with a few exceptions. The Eastlake plate requires an adapter plate to cover the hole. Our rosettes will work on pre-bored doors with a bore insert, with one exception, the Randall, which is a 2-inch rosette and is too small to cover the hole. Let's talk about what we're going to need for installing the door set. We're going to need a tape measure, a ruler, because we're going to be measuring stuff. We're going to need a couple slotted screwdrivers for our screws. We'll need an awl or some other way of marking the door so that we can drill pilot holes. We're going to need a drill and a drill bit. And because we're using power tools, we're going to need safety glasses. So this is a pre-bored door. It's got a face bore, an edge bore, and a 2 3/8 inch back set. So if your door isn't just like this, or if you have any other questions, why don't you check out our website at rejuvenation.com. The first thing we're going to do is install the tube latch. Make sure you have the angled part of the latch facing the door jamb. Then we're going to mark the holes for pre-drilling with the awl or pen. I like to look at the slotted screws that come with Rejuvenation hardware, and I want them to look totally nice. So here's a trick I use. I run the same size steel screw into the holes to tap it out. Then when I run the brass slotted screw in, I know I can install it without damaging the head. Now we're ready to install the tube latch. First we'll slide it into the door. Remember to have the angled side of the tube facing the door jamb. Then we'll put on the face plate and lightly set a screw in there. We'll use the correct size slotted screwdriver and gently screw in the screws. Be careful not to strip the screws when you install those. Now we'll install the plates. First we'll slide the spindle through the tube latch, approximately center through the door. Then we'll put the plate over the spindle, go to the other side, slip the other plate on, and now we'll thread on the centering guides, which are designed to slide into the plate. Be careful not to damage the plate as you're screwing these in. You can see it slides right in there. I'll put the second one in here. These centering guides hold the plate steady so that when we pre-drill, we get consistent holes. Because the centering guides hold the plate steady, but they don't necessarily make the plate square, the first thing I'm going to do is square the plate to the edge of the door. Then I'll follow up with a ruler to make sure that I got just about right. That looks good. Once I get both sides square, the next step is to mark the holes with an awl so that I can pre-drill in the correct locations. Now that I've got my holes marked, I'm going to just double check to make sure they're in the center of the holes. If they get a little bit off, it can make the screws look strange. Okay, now that we've got those all marked, now we're going to disassemble the plates and the centering guides, and we'll be ready to pre-drill our holes. I like to mark my drill bits with tape before I pre-drill to make sure that I'm drilling at the proper depth, slightly deeper than the screw. I also like to leave a flag with the tape on the drill bit so that it'll help brush away any shavings, and it also helps me remove the tape after I'm done drilling. once again, I'm going to use the same size steel screw to pre-thread the hole. Now I'm going to reinstall the plates with the centering guides. By using the centering guides instead of the knobs, it helps when I install the screws, I won't damage the knobs or the screws. Now I screw in the plate screws with my slotted screwdriver. Now I'll remove the centering guides and install the knob one side at a time. The set screws can go any way. I like them down. Now I'll tighten these set screws with a smaller size screwdriver, lightly tightening them. I also like to rattle the knob a little bit just to make sure the screws are in the right position. And then I'll again lightly hand tighten, and the tongue should operate at this point. Be careful not to over-tighten the knob. If the knob is too tight, the tongue may bind up. If the knob is a little bit too loose, it could rattle too much. The tongue should operate smoothly. Now the last step of the process is to install the strike plate. On pre-board doors, the mortise location has already been set. So we'll want to put the strike plate on the mortise or recess to make sure it fits properly. Sometimes, because all doors are different, we'll need to make adjustments to the mortise to make it fit properly. Now all we'll do is we'll mark the holes, pre-drill, and install the strike plate. So that was the installation of an interior plain passage door set. Please read your instructions carefully that come with your door set, and visit us at rejuvenation.com to check out the other options, including locking door sets and other styles we have available. My name is Walter. Thanks for joining me today, and have fun working on your house.